Hello. Good morning. Oh, uh, how can I help you? I don't know nothing about that. I know who you are, but my answer's the same. I don't know nothing about what you're looking into. All I know is that I was with my pack when everyone started fussing about the moon. Red moons ain't new. It happens all the time. I wasn't concerned. Space is a weird place. But like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, and I thought it was just a space thing. Nope, I had a single clue what happened. Why? Well, Hunter, as you said, I am the new alpha of the Garraway pack, and as a responsible pack leader, I was looking after them. They're my priority, not whatever mess happens with those vamps. No, I think we'll be fine with you staying out here on my porch. Thank you. I ain't obstructing nothing, Hunter. You're on my property. Law says that you can't even enter without a warrant. And it looked bad if you tried to break into a Pack Alpha's house for no good reason. Is that all? I know y'all got stuff to do and I don't want to hold y'all up. Alright then.
Figured. They've all been like that. Yup, all of them. The warders I asked don't have any idea what happened. They just knew the moon went red. Every bacchanalian either says they were trying to patch up after the cookout, or they weren't there at all. Dead ends with the sober warriors who went too. Everyone says they went and danced, and some psycho got set loose and crashed the place. Obviously, they're not telling the truth, but headquarters is looking for a report. The warrants still aren't ready for us. According to the magical rep, the office is behind on their backlog, so we won't be seeing them for a while. I can't say when we'll get them. I'm hoping in a few days, but like I said, I hate to say it, but clearly we're being stunted. Whatever happened, no one wants to talk about it. We knew going into this assignment that we would be entering an anti-hunter territory, but this seems like a whole other level. Talking to everyone feels like listening to a broken record. The only people we haven't spoken to are Uriah's spouse and their kindred, Zachary Keel. Both of them were members of Uriah's lineage, but from what I gathered, they seem pretty testy about the whole thing. Trying to get info out of them might be like pulling their fangs. Easy. Remember that we're here for investigative purposes. We're not supposed to go after them unless they use force against us first. Yes, but I know. But our job is to uphold the balance of the Bacchanalia and the Citadel. If we hurt them for information, then we're stepping on toes we can't afford to step off of, especially not Louisiana. What I suggest is drying them out. This lineage was built on keeping their eyes on the community. We go out to one of the dog shifter gangs and cause a ruckus. Keep it clean, keep it discreet. Then we wait till one of them comes out to corner them, book them for public and unauthorized use of their magic. At that point, we can hold them till they give us the answers we want. The nearest location one of those packs was seen in what?
I wouldn't do that. No. You should stay put. I figured you'd have a little more resistance to it, given that you were the older one. But still, I'm a little impressed. Drop the gun. There. I heard that only one of you was supposed to be here. How many more hunters are down here? Why do you need a whole unit of hunters if you're just investigating? No. Even with how experienced they are, they shouldn't be able to lie when I trans them. I think they really just don't know. It makes sense. Controllers are the ones who deal out orders, so you can point a bunch of hunters at a target. They wouldn't think twice about it. What? You want me to give you a psychological profile on people I don't give a fuck about? I don't know why they're like that. Idiocy, loyalty. Take your pick. What I'm saying is that someone is pulling the strings. These are just grunts, so they don't know shit. And that works out for the controller above them. Because if one of them is caught, then they can't be squeezed for information since they know jack shit. If you're asking for my opinion, then I'd say we're better off killing them. The less people know we're moving around, the better. They're hunters. They stopped being like other people a long time ago. Why do you care if they die? They're the same people who were just chatting it up about trapping Uriah's lineage. Again, why would I care if they die? Fine, you make a point. Well, you can't leave them alone. They'll come after us next. No, I'm not interested in being anyone's sire. I don't even want to be here. This is less an arrangement and more like penance. We'll talk about it later. But for now, you need to figure out what we're doing. You're the one who decided they wanted to do something about the hunters bothering everyone. You come up with something. I can't make them forget anything. Not without biting them. And that's too much of a risk if they wake up later and realize they ran into a vampire after looking in the mirror. How about this? I compel them, and you run over to Uriah's shop and ask for a healing potion of some kind. His spouse still runs the place, last I checked. Yes, I checked. Don't worry about the how. Just go. No, I won't kill them. Just get the shit. I'll bite them and wipe their memories of tonight. You're lucky that they're too soft to kill you. I don't think twice about it. But I happen to owe them. So now you get to live a little longer. I know you'll forget all about this, but I'm saying it in case you somehow remember it later. Trances aren't like telepathy after all. So I can't be sure if you'll really forget. But just remember this. If we meet again, I'll cut you open and drink you in front of your loved ones. Now let's get this over with.
I'm holding up fine. Don't worry. I took a daylight charm with me before we left. The only issue I have with the sun is the heat. No, we don't stop unless we need to. We're taking this route through Mississippi for a reason. As long as we stay on course, we should be outside of local hunters. Hunters tend to stick to the cities. They blend in better around waters, so they all try to stay where picking fights with them raises suspicion. We can't just stay out of sight and hide, because not all of them shack up in a church and call it a day. Hunters only use places like churches as a hideout. A few of them stay back and watch the local community that gathers to see who they need to keep an eye on. The rest patrol the city by infiltrating places under cover. If we stay anywhere too long, that just gives them more chances to find us. You didn't have the problem because Louisiana banned the HCA from setting up in the state. As long as you keep them from taking root, you stand a chance of keeping them from gathering. Just cause they're banned don't mean they can't travel their own business. How they got to New Orleans ain't a mystery. The real question is how they got there that fast. I don't doubt that they've been hiding out under our noses. Thinking about it won't help anyhow. We gotta focus on clearing this mess with Gerard Thane up. I know it's easier said than done. 2 of the Bouchards are gone, and the last one ain't around for me to make him stand as a witness. I can't fully say that conversation's going to change people's mind about you. The easiest thing to do right now is to figure out who pinned the blame of Thomas's death on you and figure out how to fix that. I have a lead. Someone I know in Appalachia who can tell us what might be going on. A very old connection who I used to work with. You may have heard of it. The name's Adonis Lacroix. Eyes on the road. I didn't blow cash on this truck for you to crash it. Yes, I know Adonis Lacroix. I'm aware of its reputation. I helped build him up to know it. Shit. I got a bit of a past. Being alive as long as I have means I had to do things to survive. When I knew him, he was a very different person. Now, it's the kind of man I wouldn't speak to. But for this, I'm gonna have to do some poking around. Well, he owes me, so I'm gonna use that to get as much out of him as I can. When you happen to be a ghoul who does business with people who value your skills, it comes with the benefit that some people owe you shit. Let's just say that I'm the reason Adonis has been alive as long as it has. And if that doesn't get me what I want, then I'll improvise. I'm being vague for a reason, Cher. I know shit that would get other people killed. And if I let it slip how Adonis has been staying alive as long as he has, then there'd be hell to pay for it. Let's just focus on the road for now. I'm gonna get some sleep. You can wake me up when we need a switch. If we stop by a gas station, remember not to draw attention.
I'm in the kitchen. Hey, how was the talk with Robin? Well, I'm glad he's not too bummed about you being at the shop more. Are you gonna need help with it? I can take some time off and. Well, then Zachary and I can help you run things. He's still good with deliveries, and I can handle inventory for you. I know I don't have to, but I want to. You've been really quiet, and I want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Well, I am your boyfriend. That's kind of my job. I need to make sure I can stay your boyfriend by proxy of you being alive as my partner to keep that status. Yes, I could be very silly, but now is when I am your very caring boyfriend, and I'm going to make sure that you take care of yourself, starting with something to eat. Have you had something yet? Oh, I have food for us here too. I don't think you'd have to go back over there and. Oh, that kind of food. Uh, well, no, but I don't want you to have to go out of your way just to eat, and if that's the case, just. What? Well, again, I know I don't have to, but if it helps. Yeah, you're right. I just. I want to be there for you, and I don't understand all of this yet, but I also don't want to stand in the middle of it and not know what to do. uh, yeah. In my defense, I don't exactly know how feeding really works. And I didn't want to assume that you and Uriah just kept a supply of blood around. Oh. Oh, well, it's good to know you two were prepared. I'd rather that you didn't push yourself too much. So I can run and go get that blood for you. Yeah, no, I never thought I would also be saying that. But here I am with a vampire as my partner, whose spouse is also a vampire who ran away with a werewolf after killing your vampire ex husband. And I sound so insane saying that. It's just. I don't think I fully settled into the idea that this is my life now. Or at least that it has been my life and I didn't know. I know you couldn't tell me. And I don't blame you for not wanting to break the law like that. And I don't think I have any more words for this. Yeah, no. Now that I do think about it, we should talk after you've eaten, and then you can catch me up to speed about what vamps are like and like what the life is about and all that. And uh, no, sorry, I must have forgotten to close the door. I thought that I think it's nothing. I might just be a little jumpier now. Uh, no way. I'm fine. I'm a big boy who can handle a little walk over to another house to get stuff. Yeah, and it'll give me some time to think about questions I want to ask about, like, uh, yeah, nothing's coming to me right now. But that's why the walk will help. I'll be right back. I'll be fine, and we can both eat and talk about this vampire stuff. I'll be back in a jiffy. I'm fine. It's all fine. I'll be back.